Welcome to Work From Your Happy Place, the podcast that equips you with the tools, know-how, and motivation to live your dreams and find your happy place. Be sure to sign up for our free weekly newsletter for a recap of the week's guests and a preview of what's in store. To sign up, simply text the word Happy Place with no space to 33444. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce the host of Work From Your Happy Place, Belinda Ellsworth.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Work From Your Happy Place. This is our artist edition of our show, and I'm very delighted to bring you our guest today. I have Halyna Hostetler with me, and Halyna is a world-renowned designer who began her journey in the Ukraine, where she found embroidery as an expression for her creative nature. Halyna's love and creativity is so strong that her embroidered creations moved all around Europe and beyond. Now you can find her works in private collections in Italy, Austria, France, Portugal, Germany, Poland, and the United States. It is my pleasure to welcome Halyna to our show today.
Hello, thank you so much for invitation and opportunity to speak at your podcast. I'm very excited.
Oh, good. So, Halyna, just fill us in on the gaps of that bio and take us down the journey. Tell us a little bit about how you learned everything that you did, how you started working that into a business. Just take us down that journey a little bit.
Living in Ukraine, my parents used to meet together during long winter nights and hand embroider Ukrainian, very well-known red and black cross-stitch designs. And they were telling the story about family, about something that they like to express in that particular piece. And me being so young, I thought how people really enjoyed and how much love they put into that one piece that will transform from generation to generation. And in high school, I start my education. I finished free hand motion embroidery class, and that's where my journey started. After working and exploring more, I decorate my own clothing, and I made several different embroidered pieces that I got very great reviews and response. But my life turned around and I end up living in US with all technology around. I got my first home-based machine in 2008 and taught myself from scratch, 20 minutes today, half hour tomorrow, working on. And 3 years later, I had semi-commercial machine to do my professional embroidery. Embroidery business was my side embroidery at that moment. But then my mom pushed me further and she asked me, can you do decorated t-shirts? Can you do decorated clothing? And it would be your great addition, to share with the world the knowledge and history about many countries or personalities. After working in ethno styles, was opportunity for me to join Phoenix Fashion Week in 2018, where I got invitation. And at that moment, we changed our journey to decorate and create business attire. So from homemade to the professional clothing, the road were very short.
Wow. So that must have been exciting, though, because every step of the way, you're sort of learning how to take your art and you're learning how to apply that to sort of a different industry, basically.
Yes, and my personality probably helped me. I'm very determined and I'm very competitive person. I like to do the artistic work very in very unique styles. That's probably why, I was able to learn and achieve many, many good things working in my business. And it's because I love what I do. I put a lot of time and whole heart into each product that we create.
And so I looked at some of your pieces online. You're doing more than just business attire right now, aren't you?
Because of the COVID and not much need for the business looks as of now, we did produce some blouses for the office and everyday wear, ready to wear in that segment. But we are implementing embroidery. We're digitizing, we're creating logos for the businesses. We are helping them to advertise their business to get more revenue with modern, stylish representation. That's what we do right now.
Okay.
We're not producing as much our own style, although we did produce several t-shirts with our own design, but we help others, and it's been a very strong part during the COVID. People are still working, people still need uniforms, so we're changing our movement a little bit to a different approach, working in embroidery.
Okay. So let's talk about sort of your lifestyle today and how this sort of integrates into your lifestyle.
It's helped me to be more organized. It's helped me to be prepared. It's helped me to communicate with the friends and family, and everyone very supportive. Although being out on the public and be in networking and talking to other designers, what they're doing, how they're doing, and helping them to create their own products. I hear many times in the back of the conversation, look at her. And that phrase become very often, I hear this more and more. And look at her became kind of like our branding motivation, or I would say lifestyle, when people are standing out because they look different, because they behave differently, because they have different hairstyles, or they have knowledge about the ethnical, aesthetic
Mm-hmm.
culture. So that's all combining together, I would say, help me to navigate through that lifestyle.
Okay. So let's talk about one of your greatest accomplishments since you've been doing this.
In 2018, I got to very bad car accident, and while I'm going through the recovery, I got invitation from Phoenix Fashion Week to attend a boot camp and be part of that presentation at the end and compete for Best Designer of the Year. I accept invitation without any doubts, any thinking, and even I told them that I will talk to my family. I decided to take that opportunity. So it was the biggest probably accomplishment in my life. I was very, very determined to win that competition, and I won Luxury Designer of the Year in 2018 going through that bootcamp and competition.
Oh, congratulations. That's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it was very big for me, but I was not alone. I was with the friends, with my customers who help me, who support even all Ukrainian community in Phoenix, because I live in California. They help me to perform, they help me to present, they help me in each way they could to accomplish that big award.
Oh, that's very nice. So you have a good supportive system there of friends and family.
Yes.
That's good. So this is always the hardest part, and it sounds like you've done it beautifully, but how have you navigated between this artistic ability that you have and then turning that into a business? It seems like you've done a pretty good job of that.
Yes, I learned to separate two sides or two different parts within myself. Working, having side business and family, it's not easy, but I taught myself how to close the door as I'm going to work and concentrate on the work needs at this moment. And as I come back to my family, to friends, I would, concentrate what they need, what they like, what they would to see. That's the way I was able to navigate. I was able to stay strong. I was able to, and I learned that it's no problem in a life. It's only solution. If you look through that perspective, everything is possible.
That is certainly a great way to look at it, isn't it? Like challenges are just opportunities to find solutions, right?
Yes, exactly.
Right. So tell me, do you still do some of the embroidery that you used to do as a little girl in Ukraine, where you're sort of making those special pieces that tell the stories? Do you still do any of that at all?
Yes. And many years ago, I was published in a Thread magazine with one of my ethnic style that I create for a wedding, Ukrainian wedding that was held in San Francisco. And that publication were all about Ukrainian, and it was not handmade, but my cross stitch, even machine cross stitch, professional cross stitch, look like a handmade embroidery. So from it's my soul, it's my
Mhm.
desire that I'm coming back, and every year we celebrate Ukrainian traditional closing day. It's last Thursday of the May, and every day toward that day I am trying to create one of the design, maybe cap with Ukrainian decoration, maybe t-shirts, maybe blouse, maybe something special, or maybe napkin sets or tablecloths. I do continue, here
Mhm.
and there to create for the special, but not only Ukrainians. I done a lot of Polish, Bulgarian styles, Hungarian styles, people who need that ethno touch. And it's not so much traditional, although we use traditional designs, but it would be more modern style with asymmetric cuts or maybe special different, elements of the clothing, maybe different cut of sleeves, maybe it will be on a collar, just small, simple part that will add or help to stand out or make person to feel touched and feel special because of this is their culture.
Yes, I was just going to say it must, even if it is more modern or it's just special touches, it still probably really brings it home for that person to feel that connection to their heritage and country and their
Yes,
traditions.
yes, that's exactly what people are cherishing.
Great. So, what does working from your happy place mean to you?
Whatever we produce or create, we always add main ingredients, love and happiness. And it's not about product that we are creating. It's about the process. It's about how what and for whom this product will be. I love what I do, and I want to share that love through the products and through the emotions, what people will experience wearing this, wearing or using our tablecloths, or using our masks that we create, or using our blouses or our skirts, how they feel wearing.
Mm-hmm.
And I see many times transformation. Let's say we create new fashion line, and we would do photo shoot with the models or people who is buying our clothing. The way that they act after, the way that they present themselves, clothing, whatever you wear, t-shirts or formal blouse, it's responsibilities too, the look that you are translating to the world. So it's very nice to see how person would change after makeup. They would walk with shoulders down, but after they done makeup, after they put on that nice skirt and blouse and they look in the mirror, they would stand stronger. They would move head up. They would spread their shoulders. And that is what my happiness is. I will tell you one story. Long time ago, I got invitation to the concert in San Diego. And right before that, we produced our first blouse with a cross-stitch design. And at that concert, I saw 8 people wearing those t-shirts. That was one of the first production that we did. I did not think about concert. I did not think about atmosphere. It was great. I wanted to hug everyone. I want to say thank you to everyone that they bought my product. And I saw how they loved that and how proud they were wearing those products. That was something to me. And since that moment, I realized that touch, that special emotions are very important to people.
Yes.
And very important for them to be connected, to understand. And since then, I create more and more. Just remembering that first expression or impression that I got through. It was unforgettable. I will remember with many people we got in touch, and this when people were still in touch. And it was just something that turned my life upside down or turned to a better, different way.
Now, when you were at the concert, did you approach any of the people at all? Were you able to speak to any of them?
Yes, that's why we become friends. And yes, we got together and I asked them to contact me or whatever they need. Yes, from 8 of them, I keep in touch with the 6 people.
That is wonderful. That had to be exciting when you're looking around and you're like, these are my designs and people are wearing them.
Yes, and another San Francisco fashion show I attend one year, and it was great presentation. And people would come to me and they would compliment. They know the collection by name. They know pieces by name because we name like a luminosity collection that we present and Phoenix Fashion Week. Each piece were named by star. And some people even remember this. So I wanted every woman who would wear our clothing shine like a star. And I would give the name to the blouse, to the skirt, to the pants, with that special name. And, that's very important to me, that people are not paying attention to the clothing, but they are seeking to something deeper, and they learn, they know what's about and what it's behind that product. That's very important to us.
Yes. So what's one of the greater challenges that you've had, and how did you overcome that? Do you have a story of when suddenly you were faced with an obstacle and how you worked through that?
Yes. My big challenge was selling my own product and trying to push to the stores, trying to push to the. I work many different ways and I could not realize, but going through many different trainings and going through the many different challenges, talking to people, working with them, I realized that people are not buying my products. I'm not selling them. They are buying me first, who I am and who is producing that product. So I start to work on myself. I start to be more confident, more educational about, and we stop approaching, we stop selling. We try to present who we are and what we do, and the product will sell themselves.
Well, that was a big lesson, wasn't it?
Yes, it took me several years before, but right now we don't sell. We overbooked 2 weeks in advance, and people see our work, the quality, and they love what we do, and we're not selling anymore.
Oh, that's the one thing about sales, though. You really, if you can remove yourself of thinking about selling, you're just really, if you can think more of providing a service for people, like, and they do buy you. People buy for a feeling, and that feeling is most often associated with the individual, not just with the product.
Yes, yes, it took me a while to understand, but I appreciate my great teachers. I took classes in Europe, I took classes in US, I talked to many sales specialists. I had several coaches, and that was journey, one of the journey for me to learn to understand. But every obstacles, it's a lesson. It's
Mm-hmm.
education, and the way you took, the way you approach, the way you resolve, or the way you work with it, it's coming. It's always coming back. It's always solution there. So we able to find our solution.
Very good. So, what advice would you give to someone wanting to take their artistic abilities and move that toward a business platform? What advice would you give?
Be sure that you involve in a business that you truly love. Be sure that you're doing something that you have big heart for, and keep going. Don't afraid to make mistake. Just keep going. From all collection, let's say 12 pieces, 3 or 5 would be your best sellers. It will be 1 or 2 that you would not sell, and this is not a problem. Try to make more, try to make different. Go for. Never stop. Never pound yourself that you did wrong or why I did. Just keep moving, keep doing, keep establishing, keep going, and it's always will be rewarding.
That's great advice. So, what are some new and exciting things that you are working on that you think our listeners might enjoy learning about?
So this year we open embroidery department within Halyna Couture brand, and we are helping other designers to create their own lines, create their own designs, or embellish with different decoration their own clothing. That is our big. We try to share what we do, and we try to share and help others. Another things we're working on. Winter collections for 2022. It will be light jacket, light coats, and looks for a winter 2022. and our big surprise that we plan to announce earlier or maybe in the mid 2023. It will be bag collection. We've done some bags in the past, but this will be totally different. And if it's possible, I will keep a little bit surprise. I told that bags are coming, but I like to keep surprise for
Yes.
later.
Well, that is going to be special. I'm sure that people are going to love those.
Yes, I hope so too. And it will be great addition to our brand.
Yes. So, Halyna, tell our folks, listeners, where they can find you.
We are at www.halynaembroidery.com for your business attire or embroidery needs or fashionable or even personalization. We do accept single orders, although we specialize more in commercial productions, but we do help individuals as well. Also, www.halynaCouture.com. That is our fashion site, and we're selling online. Also, we have 2 pages on Instagram. It's halyna.couture or halyna.embroidery, where we showcase our work, what we have done, and also Facebook under Halyna Hostetler, my personal page, where I'm presenting the work or share with my followers on Facebook, and the Halyna.designs, our other Facebook page where we showcasing our embroidery. But the most people are searching us through the Google, where you can find our address, our phone number, 408-667-6874. And on Google, it's Halyna Couture, Embroidery and Fashion. That page will lead you to our address to contact with us, or you can text us, you can email us, our email info@halynaembroidery.com. Best way to reach us via email as well. Or just single call or stop and visit us. We are in San Jose, California.
Well, very good. This has been really delightful. I've enjoyed our conversation so much. Thank you for being our guest.
Thank you for invitation. I really appreciate.
Okay. Well, this was wonderful, and I will make sure to put all of those contact information in our show notes so our listeners will have that. I want to thank everyone for joining us today on Work from Your Happy Place. I hope that you will subscribe or follow so that you don't miss a single great episode. And until we meet again, continue to work from your happy place.
Thanks for joining us at Work from Your Happy Place. If you like what you hear, please share it with your friends and be sure to rate and review us on iTunes or Stitcher. For a free gift on finding your own happy place, please visit workfromyourhappyplace.com and click on the free audio button. Thanks again for listening.